Hi everybody, Nancy here. Today I'm going to give you a few tips on something that I started drawing this morning and I got really bored of it real quick. I um but I learned several things, or came across a couple of things that I wanted to show you guys. But I need to tell you first, I've been doing videos since November the 19th or before of 2020. Okay, and I've done over 500 Zoom Notes videos. That's how much I love it. But every single day, without exception, since I started using Zoom Notes, which of course I started using way before I started videoing. Those are just YouTube videos. I did videos before that, back when I was still on Facebook. But what I was going to say is every single day I sit here and I go, gosh, I love this. I love Zoom Notes. It doesn't matter what I need to do, I can use Zoom Notes to do it. I'm trying to help my brother. I'm still in Louisiana and I'm trying to help him organize all his bank accounts and get his tax papers and whatnot. My sister-in-law is in the hospital right now, and she's unable to do all the stuff that Lynn, my brother, she did all that stuff, and now my brother has no clue, has no clue how to do it. And just trying to keep all that straight in my mind so that when we go to the bank to close something or do something, I had to put everything, all the details in Zoom Notes, and it's just so nice to be able to do something like that. I take pictures of stuff and I can use the correct scan to straighten pictures up, and I can use the change color to cover up a shadow. When I took a picture, there was a shadow on it. Well, I just changed the color. There's nothing I can't do. I'm just so impressed. But anyway, today I started drawing this little, I was going to do this, and like I said, I got bored of it. But there's a couple of things that I wish I had done from the beginning, but didn't think because, I'm just doodling. If you look, for example, at this, let me turn my tips sign off. See how I started on the right side? I started the whole thing with a very light line. Now there's several ways I could do to correct that. First of all, I could just select the line and make it thicker. I could do that. Probably should do it that way. And I just thought of that just a second ago. Another thing I could have done was started with the pattern, the outline, what I started doodling with, the thinner line, put that on a separate layer. So when I'm done with it, I can just hide it, turn off the layer. Another way, if I use a different pen, like if I want to start with a doodle, I can do it with a pencil, and then when I want to do the heavier marks, I could change it to a different pen. That way, when I wanted to erase it, all I would have to do, if I go to this and I double tap on my pencil, my pen, my Apple pen, see how it changed the menu over on the right. See, then I could filter by what kinds of lines or what pen I'm using. If I don't want to erase the thin line, which was a pencil, but I do want to erase the thicker line, which is the marker or whatever, then I could just change it here. So there's multiple ways of doing things, and if you're new, you probably don't know that. And, you may not be aware that there is a way to do that, all right? So that's 3 different ways you could do it. Now, the next thing, if you want to do thin and thick with the same pen, what I went ahead and did, I'm going to close that, and I'm going to go back to the pen. I went ahead and I changed the size of my pen design. So if I tap on that, then my pen is this thick. If I tap on that, then my pen is this thick. And as I was doing it, I could change that option. If you just hold down on it, tap it. That's what it did. And then just drag on it. It'll make it thicker. And then that's your change for the size of the pen. It's going to be, sorry. And I still have this one. So I used to not have that option down there, but I've changed it so that I now have at least 2 pen sizes that I can modify as I go. Another thing I would do now that I had not thought of initially was to go ahead and start a whole new favorites for pen brushes, because when I started painting, see, I'm doing a coloring there, so I'm no longer using the pens that drew the images. Now I want to paint, which is I want to use the watercolor brush. So I just I went ahead and created a whole new favorites. Go back to this and see my favorites down at the bottom. If I go to the gear down here, see, I created this new saved group, and I'm calling them faces, just temporary. And I've saved this pen, so I select it, and then I can color the face like that. And then the next time I might change it to the red in order to get, whoo, that's very red. Let me undo that and change the opacity. And oops, I accidentally made a mark. Okay, change the opacity some more. And very pixelated. I'm not real sure. I must not be using the actual paintbrush. Let's see. Well, anyway, so now I'll just, again, I'll add to that, I'll add a new pen to the, my favorites down at the bottom. So now I just have to tap back and forth on these. Once I change the face, I've got, like, this is my, well, I turned the 3 back on. I need to change to go to make 1 my current, no, make 2 my current, because I want to do the coloring of the faces on a bottom layer, or one that's lower than the lines, so that the face lines don't get covered up by my pen. So I'm now using layer 2, which is the bottom, and I have the paintbrush. Now I can color in, and if I want to change now to get cheeks here, I can just tap on the new brush. So now I'm not even having to deal with the size because I've saved it. Now if I go back to this one, and I can color in this face and put cheeks, and as soon as I decide, well, I want to put lips on now, and that's way too big, and I don't want it, I just want that color, and I want to use this pen, and I make it bigger, and I'm going to go to the gear and do a plus. Now that's ready, and I can paint in the lips. Way too dark. But see, I can quick, and now I'm ready to do something different. I'm going to go ahead and do these as well. So see what I'm saying? As I'm filling in these things and saying, oh, I probably am going to use that pen more often, or again at least, then I'll go ahead and save it. Now when I get done with all this, and I know that I'm never going to use this face thing again, and I don't want to repeat this, I'll just go in to here and delete this whole group. If I go back to groups, then I can go to faces and delete it. And so from now on, my practice is going to be, before I start doing any kind of art thing, I'm going to start a whole new pen group, saved pen group, so that I can save it on the spot and then be able to have all the right colors and all the right pens saved under my saved. Does that make sense? Anyway, like I said, I'm sick of this little picture, but I'll do something again next time. All right. That's it. Y'all have a great day here. Bye.